The dungeon win the game. So, good thing the dungeon game. The dungeon win the game. So, good thing the dungeon game. The dungeon win the game. So, good thing the dungeon game.
Feel it coming in the air. There's screams from everywhere. Only thing that's on my mind is who's gonna run this town tonight.
Yeah, I said it, we are. This is Rock Nation. Pledge your allegiance.
There's screams from everywhere.
Battle of Riverstone.
So, welcome back to the channel. Today we're playing another game of HeroScape. So today we're gonna kind of walk you through the objective of the game, because I think HeroScape is way more fun to play with the different objectives. So the objective to win this game is basically you got to get through the dungeon, and then you get the treasure at the end of the dungeon to win. But there's going to be two ways that you can get through the dungeon. So we have 4 treasure glyphs that are hidden on the map, and they're trapped with booby traps. So if you land on a treasure glyph, you have to roll the 20-sided die. If you get a 12 or higher, then you can pick up the treasure. But they're randomly placed, so we don't know what is what. One will give you attack, one will give you defense, one will heal you a couple wounds, and the other is the key to the dungeon. Okay, so you have to be the first to find the key, and then you gotta open up the door to the dungeon. But before you can even enter the dungeon, you also need to go to the 4 pillars and pick up a special key item that each pillar will have. So as long as you are adjacent, you can pick up a special hidden item at the pillar, and that's going to unlock the dungeon. So you can go into the dungeon. You got to find the key to unlock the door to get the treasure in there. That's the first way to win. The second way of winning is you can also, instead of finding the key to the front door, you can also take the hidden entrance. The hidden entrance will have to start here, and you have to walk all the way up to the back of the dungeon to also get to the treasure at the end. So those are the objectives of winning the game. Now we're both going to start kind of like on this side of the map, and we have a safe zone, so we won't be able to attack each other until we pass the trees. Okay, once we pass these trees, then this is like the wilderness. It's kind of like free for all. Okay, and you know, we're gonna see who's gonna win. We're gonna start with 500 points, and we're gonna start building our teams. That's the map. It's like definitely intimidating. There's the dungeon right here. Okay, and in order to get to the dungeon, you gotta get to the 4 pillars, and you also have to find the treasure or take the secret path. Okay, so this is our board, and the secret path. It's gonna start way over here at the starting spot where we're gonna start. So let's see how it goes. This is actually a pretty nice board.
So it's the base of the whole strategy right there. It says at the start of before taking a turn with these guys, I could take a turn. I could first take a turn with the chosen captain that I could choose with the captain's way, or a pirate hero I control. So this was the other pirates I chose too. So I'm gonna try to combo that together. You know, they stealthy too. You know. So hopefully they kind of don't go together, but I'm gonna try to use them together. With the serpent shorty, you know, she just moves like water, and she see that her range originally is not that good, but like her special attack, see that range is 6 and her attack is 4. So if I'm within 1 space of the water tower, I could choose a figure to attack, and I could choose up to 2 spaces of a straight line. So you know, that's that space. But I got this beast right there because it is the first effect right there. It says after revealing an order marker on this one, before taking a turn with this, I'm gonna take a turn with the small medium beast, which is that really don't got no effect. Him right here was on like 50-50 because I could reveal an order marker. I may also reveal the X too, so it could be any order marker or the X, and I activate his darkness. Basically until I reveal the next markers, I give small, medium, and large figures within 5 spaces of cannot be targeted cannot be targeted or be targeted by non-adjacent figures with a normal special attack. And then of course, I was trying to find a new captain, but like, you know, ain't nobody better than her. So, you know. And I just like it because like the 3 black powders I could remove, increase the range. Always gotta add 4. And, you know, and that's my team right there.
So I'm going to explain my team. As you can see, I'm using a lot of the spiders. I think they're kind of cool. They're kind of fun to use, first time using them. But I'm gonna start off with this guy. Okay, this guy basically works in synchronym with this guy. Now I can put one of these cards onto this army card, and if this card has one of these figures onto this army card, if I would take any wounds, I can just remove one of those spiders on this army card, and I won't receive any wounds that turn. But the spiders also have the ability to take a turn with these guys before I move this thing, and these things can attach to this spider. So if this loses a spider onto it, I can reattach another one of my spiders onto this, and it won't die as easily. It has a climb 2, so it can climb up elevation twice as fast, and it never leaves engagement when it's running away, which is a plus at 6 move. And this has a special ability. If it attacks a figure, you roll 3 attack dice. If you get all 3 skulls, the figure is automatically destroyed, and they can't defend against it, which is pretty beastly. Then I have my Queen Spider. Queen Spider lets me move Parasite Spider. Okay, Parasite Spider. If they destroy a figure by a battle or some kind of attack, yeah, they basically infect the figure, and I respawn one of my other spiders. So this Queen lets me move Parasite Spider first. They have a climb of 2, and then she also can attack twice, and I can basically infect figures with parasites. Then I finish off with my captain. With this, my polar bear, he has 8 health, so I thought he could survive some hits, but my spiders are the main strategy that I'm using. But let's get this started.
The story behind the Battle of Riverstone is one for the history books. This land was ruled by the Queen Spider and where her hive is located. But a bounty was made to slay the Queen, as no one was about to conquer these lands, as the Queen Spider was too powerful. But a captain and her crew found out about the $1 million bounty for the Queen and couldn't resist the offer, so they set off to sail to this new land with the goal of slaying the Queen and taking over their land as their own. But once they had arrived, they were in for a real surprise. The enormous numbers of spiders the Queen had at her control was no understatement. The captain and her crew were putting up a good fight, but there also seemed to be no end in sight. As one spider was defeated, the captain's soldiers were affected with a poison from the Queen that slowly grew and ended killing off one of the soldiers, turning them into a new parasite spider. They knew they were running out of time, so they abandoned trying to defeat the spiders. Instead, they went to look for the treasure to open the dungeon to destroy the hive once and for all. But things took a twist when the Queen ordered her spiders to secure the treasure. So not only were they outmatched, they were also outplayed. So the only opinion they had left was to take the secret path into the dungeon to destroy the hive.
I'm gonna keep him there because he's kind of like in between, you know? Alright.
As the battle was dragging out, the Queen wanted to put an end to this cat and mouse game. They were playing and told the spiders to defend the pillars so the enemy wouldn't be able to open the secret path to the dungeon, which left the pirates with no options left.
So this guy is attacking that guy. Okay. And I'm rolling. I got 3 attack. 1. So you got how much defense?
Oh, 1.
You got 1 defense?
I mean, 2 defense.
2 defense? I was gonna say. So now you gotta roll.
With 1, with 2.
2, we got 2 defense.
Oh, yeah. I need to block one of these for one to survive.
Yeah. Dead.
Thanks.
Okay, so I got 3 attack. Okay, this one doesn't count because it's not on the board.
So,
2.
Yeah, if I could be targeted and whoever, non-adjacent.
I'm adjacent.
You're right in front of me.
Yeah, adjacent means we're next to each other. So
Next to, not in front of me. Like, this-
non-adjacent means we're not next to each other. That's what I'm saying. Your skill. You should have got the other captain. Yeah.
And we're actually defense.
Yeah, block both of them. Dead. That's all I can do. So that is my 3rd turn. Now it's your 3rd turn.
As the pirates knew they had no options left, they decided to make one final last stand and go down fighting in the hopes of defeating the Queen herself. But as time passed, the spiders kept taking them out one by one until there was only the captain left.
Give me something.
2. My defense is 3. 3. Technically, you're higher, so you would get 1 more dice.
See,
No, I didn't. I think I should go more.
see,
Alright,
I
2.
need a ball in my hand.
So I got 3.
Because I'm hiding.
No, bro. 2. Blocked. Your bullet was a dud. You missed. You can't aim.
The smoker.
That was your-
Smoker left, increase the range.
Yeah.
Now my range is 5. Attack is 4. How much health you got?
3. But he also has a spider on him. So if I take any wounds, I can just destroy a spider. He takes no damage. That's 3. 1. Damn, you're rolling like shit. Defense is 3. Damn, Dad. This one? Alright.
In the end, the spiders were too much for the captain and his crew, and were defeated with ease. But the journey isn't over yet. Who is stronger enough to take down the Queen and her army of spiders? But be warned, because whoever does will have to then face Thyraxis, as she still seeks revenge. Whoever had destroyed her queen and her family and her hive.
The spiders won victory and had 4 of them left. Big Mama, baby, multiply, baby. Let's go.
Tune in next episode of HeroScape Journeys to see what happens next, and make sure you follow the channel to keep up with the latest videos.